The Midday, weekdays 1 to 3 p.m. on QBS.
It's time to kickstart our little conversation with our guest of the day. Welcoming her to the Midday Show. For today's episode, we are highlighting women trailblazers, those who are leading the way in strengthening communities, inspiring action, and building bridges of support. Our guest for today is someone whose name is synonymous with women's empowerment in Qatar and beyond. She is the founder of the Doha Women's Forum, a platform that has inspired countless women to lead and make an impact. She also established Future 318, the Filipino Women's Association in Qatar, and the Global's women's community, among many others. She has graced international stages from youth power conferences to TEDx events and has been a voice for change on media platforms across the region. She is the founder of the Women of Change Awards, celebrating women who make a difference in society. Please welcome an inspiring leader, community builder, and advocate, Conchita Ponce. Thank you so much for joining us today, Conchita. It's great to have you here.
Hello, thank you so much, and happy Thursday.
Yeah, can I call you Con?
Yes, Con or Conchita, it's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's just get straight into it and start off with your journey. Now, as mentioned, you founded multiple initiatives that empower women and build communities. The Doha Women's Forum, Future 318, Pinay Talks, and more. What was the spark that first inspired you to begin this journey of creating platforms for women, and what does women empowerment mean to you, and who is a woman trailblazer in your life that inspires you? I know I'm like
3 questions.
Right.
Okay, let me
It's
just
rapid fire.
Right. Okay, let me just answer the first one. First of all, thank you so much, RJ Josie, for having me here. So it's good to have this kind of platform. So going back to your question, what sparked me, to do this thing? Because, I've met so many inspiring women, and of course, not everyone, but, some are having their struggles, some are having their challenges, and of course, some are very inspirational. So I thought of, why not come up with a platform wherein these women can have their stories, be heard, their voice, their success stories, and especially those women who needs to hear such good stories. So that's why back in 2015, that was the very first time I founded this Doha Women Forum, and I remember during the time, 2015, it was not that big event for such thing. So there were only like few women who attended. So, but as we grow, thanks God. So here we are. So going back to your second question, what was that again? So,
yeah, shout out to Precious for the rapid fire questions. Yeah. It's like you have 60 seconds to answer.
Yeah, hi Precious. Women empowerment.
Yes, what does that mean to you?
I just want to have a quick survey. Like for you, like what does it mean? What's the first word that comes to you when you hear the word like empowered woman?
I think of my mom.
Your mom, okay.
Yeah.
And your mom is, what kind of characteristics or personalities your mom has?
She is very type A personality. She's very strong.
Yes.
She's wise. She's brilliant. She's caring and compassionate. She's
Right.
everything I aspire to be, essentially. So yeah.
And that's me interviewing RJ Josie now. Because a lot of people will think, to be an empowered woman is being strong and fearless and courageous. But for me, to be an empowered woman is more than that. Although it's good, yes, it is part of the definition, but it's more being than that. For me, an empowered woman is someone who realizes her full potential and use it, for a greater good.
Right.
Yes, discovering your full potential and using it to lead, even to serve, your community, the other people. It's not just about yourself. It's about you giving yourself to others. Because if I may borrow from Spider-Man quote,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, that's why empowered. You were given this kind of power, for a purpose, not only for yourself but for others too.
Right.
So that's for me the definition of women empowerment. So it's not just about you. Of course you can do all, because they said to be empowered is like you are free to have your own choices in life, right? So of course every one of us can have these kind of choices, but of course not all the choices we made are beneficial. So to be empowered is, of course, to think of others too. And the last question, who is my...
a woman trailblazer that inspires you in your life?
I think every woman I met on a daily basis, each has their own stories, that inspires me, because every one of us has its unique story. So, yeah.
There's a trailblazer inside each of us.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But of course, my mom is one of the reasons why I continue doing what I do now. She's the very reason why, I have this... the fire, to still do this.
Do you think it's also related to the Filipino resilience that Filipinos are so well known for?
Yes, of course, definitely. Oh, you won't believe the many challenges I've been experiencing, for the past how many years. And then sometimes I think you will ask me that later. Yeah. Okay, I'm just so excited to, tell you the story about the journey that I had. Yeah.
Well, we're going to get into that. But first, the Doha Women Forum has become such a recognized platform here in Qatar. And for those who may not be familiar yet, could you share what its mission is and how it has grown since you first launched it?
Yes. The mission of the Women Forum, or DWF, has always been to bring together women, from across all sectors or industries, to connect, inspire, and learn from one another, so that, we will be able to create an impact to our family, to our workplace, to our communities. Because it is by having this kind of connection, of conversation or dialogues, that we get to learn from one another, to inspire one another. So once, for example, I just met you, you're so, I've learned one characteristic from you that I can bring home with me. So small steps, that we can create an impact
together. I see.
Yes.
What motivated you to expand your vision beyond Qatar and connect women internationally by creating other initiatives like the Global Women's Community? And why do you think it's important to create a safe space for women globally?
Yeah. Okay, the first question first. Okay. Actually, it all started back during COVID days. Of course, everyone, it's a lockdown and everyone, feeling depressed, lonely, alone. So, I thought of having this support group, not only here in Qatar but also in other countries. But it did not materialize during the time because I don't have enough resources, enough funding, of course, to coordinate with other countries. You need to have manpower, who will be committed, to coordinate, facilitate with all these different organizations. So it was just an idea. But then things got fast forward, now a lot of women organizations are messaging me, from Saudi, from Bahrain, from UAE, even from US, Italy, and Spain, and France. They like to collaborate, or they like to be a speaker here in the Women Forum. So slowly we're getting there. So I think this is also my the right time for me to announce to the people that whoever wants to join me in my global movement, feel free. I'm very much open to form a team of women who wants to take it forward, on a global scale, because I cannot do it alone.
Of course.
Yes, that's why, this is an open call for every woman who wants to make a difference. Yeah.
I love it. Now, leading such a big initiative can be overwhelming at times. Was there ever a moment when you felt like stopping, or that the responsibility was too heavy to carry as the founder?
Yes, definitely. Every year, every time I do the Women Forum, it gives me this, okay, should I still continue or what? Because it's really overwhelming, especially when I'm a solopreneur, by the way. So, yeah, it gets very taxing, and yeah, because how do I put this? Because we're live, I don't no secrets, okay.
It's a big responsibility.
It is a big responsibility
that is known by all the women in Qatar, and it's something people look forward to. As you said, they call in from the US and all
and the
over.
expectations. Yeah, and everyone wants it to be a speaker. Anyways, this is very overwhelming, and sometimes really I ask myself, should I still continue what I'm doing? But there are times like, okay, I don't want to do it anymore because what's in it for me? Sometimes
Right.
it's not really financially rewarding, or sometimes it's just break even, and you're not properly compensated because we just survive through sponsorships and through self-fund.
Right.
This is self-funded organizations.
Right.
Organization. So
what was it that kept you going and that kept you on this path?
the women who like approaching me, like your forum gave me this opportunity. I was
Right.
inspired. Those words really touch and warm my heart to continue what I do. So I found my purpose, to be an inspiration to these women. So yeah, that keeps me going. Every time someone will tell you, and because of the platform that you created, I was able to do this, to do that, and all. So and giving them a voice, a platform for their stories to be heard. I think that's really a big impact to these women. Yes.
Now, you've been very visible as a speaker at TEDx youth conferences. What message do you hope women and young leaders take away from your journey and the forums that you've created?
Advice. I love to use acronyms. So I think I will leave the audience, the listeners, with this acronym ACE. ACE. ACE stands for authentic. So be authentic, in this world of AIs and filters, people can see right through your personality, if you're really being a true person. Because if you're fake, if you're not really being authentic, you will not survive.
Right. And people smell it.
Yes,
They can smell
yes.
authenticity.
Yes, you will get tired. You'll get you'll burn out.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're doing it either for someone else, to please somebody else, so you'll burn out. But if you're doing it with so much authenticity, there's so much joy in your heart, in your soul, everything seems like, okay, I can do this.
It'll work out.
Yes, that's A. And then the C stands for take courage. Take courage in everything you do, because of course you are a unique person. Every one of us is unique, created, in our with so much potential. So whatever you do, don't be afraid, because you are, created wonderfully and perfectly. So that's for C. Take courage. And then the last meaning, E, for embrace yourself. Embrace yourself because you are, related to being courageous, because you are unique, you have that special power, so embrace yourself, love yourself. So that's the message that I want to leave with women and young leaders of tomorrow, to take this into your heart, the acronym ACE.
I love that.
ACE.
I love that. It's a great acronym. Now, women's experiences have shifted a lot over the years. From your perspectives, what are some of the biggest changes and challenges that women are facing today compared to before?
The challenges and the changes. Okay, the changes, so much changes, took place here in Qatar. Now there are now so many female who graduated in a university, so that's a good change. And before, I remember back in 2015 when I first started the Doha Women Forum, my speakers, the locals, they asked us to close the door, no men allowed. So only for women, that very first event.
Right.
But when I resumed back in 2018, now they're open, sudden change, they can now mingle with men, and men as part of the conversation. So, yeah, those are the changes. Yeah.
So, here in Qatar, we live in a society with so many different nationalities and cultures coming together. So how do people respond to your advocacy? And have you felt their support and engagement grow over the years?
Yes, I'm getting a very positive response, from the community and from the people I'm reaching out. So yeah, because they believe in my cause. They believe in the initiative that I created. So that's why I told you have to be authentic in what you're doing. Otherwise, people will see right through your eyes and they will not really support you. If it really benefits a majority of the people, the community, then we collaborate with these communities. And the other one, what was the other question? You have two questions.
Is have you felt their support and engagement grow over the years?
Oh yes, definitely. Like this year, I have a very special people working with me right now. Can I shout out their names if you're listening?
Yeah, of course.
Dr. Femida Ali and Tuba Karam. These two, amazing women in my life. They helped me a lot in this year's edition. So yeah, I'm so very proud of these two ladies, and of course, also the youth ambassadors, who've been part of the past several editions of the Women Forum. So these young leaders, once they experience this DWF, some of them, I want to take events management now, and now they want to come up with their own group of women or
their own communities.
Exactly. So this is the kind of impact that we are creating to the people we are working with.
Right.
And some I give a space or an opportunity for the unsung heroes or those who have not been seen or heard so much in the social media.
Right.
And then you will give them a grand stage. For them, it's really huge. That really changed their lives because they never imagined that I could have my voice heard in this kind of huge audience. So that really created an impact to these people.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think women today are navigating things differently in comparison to the past?
Yeah, they're more open now. More, if I may say, they're bolder. They're really.
They're not afraid to stand up for what they want now.
Exactly. Yes, and I'm really admired these women who will message me like, I want to be a speaker. I want to be part of this and that. That means they believe so much of themselves that they can contribute something to the initiative. So because of course not. Sometimes women are so. Shy to
closed off a little bit and shy.
They feel like they have to notice me. I don't have to build up myself because they will think that I'm so boastful, something like that. Yes.
Okay, I'm a bit too into myself.
Exactly. So, but I admire those women, who will approach me. Hey, I want to be a speaker. I want to do this and that. Yeah. So yeah.
Now, you've created platforms for women to shine publicly, but something I'm curious about and that I want to know is with all of these forums, initiatives, and community work, how is Conchita at home? How do you balance being a wife and a mom and having such a busy schedule on top of all of it?
Right, that's a good question. I think I will be biased if I say, Conchita is this and that. So I think it's better to call my daughter. She's here right now. Okay, Shashli, I think it will be good if you will just tell something about me. How am I at home?
Oh my God, I can't believe I've been put on the spot by my mom. So, well, my mom is really busy, yeah. But I'm really amazed because she's able to juggle and balance between having this other job and this Doha Women Forum, and also me, and it's just it's amazing to
have me as your mom.
Yes.
I'm carrying myself. Yes.
Yeah.
We have these movie nights, every time I'm so tired, like she will try to like invite me, let's go have some movie nights, to just really calm myself.
Right.
So, and sometimes we have, coffee dates. So it's my way of relaxation. Yes.
So, for many women who want to take the first step, whether it's starting a project, leading a group, or simply speaking up, fear or doubt can hold them back. So, what advice would you give to women listening today, and those who want to make a difference, who don't know where to start?
Right. I think the number one they need to check is their intentions, their motives on why they're doing that initiative or that cause or anything. Always check your heart, because everything flows from that, from your heart. Because if your intentions are not really true or not authentic, you will really burn out, get tired, stress, overwhelm, everything.
Right.
So check your heart, and you must have this deeper why you are doing this.
Right.
Because again, if your reason is just very shallow, again, it's easy for you to give up. But if you have a deeper why you're doing this, that will give you the fuel, the desire, the energy to move forward, to move on.
So somewhat like an anchor.
Yes.
To keep you grounded and to keep you going.
Yes. And then sorry about this. The question.
That was the question.
Okay, that's the question. Okay.
What advice would you give to them? It's
always
to
check
be
their
authentic.
Yes, check their motives, their hearts, their intentions, and of course, once they feel like, okay, I have this right intention, I have the right motive, and then just do it. Just do it, and
it'll flow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it'll take the direction that it needs to take.
That's true. Nothing could go wrong if you have the right intention.
I love that. That's very beautiful,
Right.
very poetic. Now, before we wrap up, Miss Concon, what's next for you and the Doha Women's Forum? And are there any upcoming projects or initiative that we should be looking out for?
Oh yes, of course. This year is our 8th edition of Doha Women Forum with the theme Voices of Change, redefining tomorrow through collective action and shared values. This year we have the biggest number of speakers. We have around 37 speakers, and we have 2 international speakers, one flying from Switzerland and from Bahrain. And this year also it's not just about conversations or dialogues or panel discussions. We have added engaging activities, so that the attendees will have this networking connection. So many activities we have prepared for this year. So for those who have not bought their tickets yet, register now. You can visit our website dohawomenforum.com for more info.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Concon,
Thank
for
you,
being
RJ,
here
Josie.
today.
Yeah.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for making time for us. And, a big shout out to you and the Doha Women's Forum. And shout out to your daughter as well.
Yeah, thank you.
I know we put her on the spot, so I'm glad that she was able to be a good sport and go on air. A lot of people get nervous, so it's a big feat,
Yes, yeah.
But again, thank you so much for being here.